Good morning. Look at that. It's raining. Heck yeah, we had 3/10 overnight, and it looks like we might get another half inch today. And they're calling for another inch and a half Thursday night into Friday. So we might actually make corn this year, which is going to be amazing. Our pastures have greened up already. Look at all that. The cows out there already eating. Ooh, look how good that looks. Power rain and chicken litter, baby. Headed to the farm. Enjoying watching it rain while I drive, which is nice. Everything's a little bit better when it's raining. I'm a little happier. Cows are a little happier. Farmers are way happier. So everything's good when it's raining. Talked to Keith this morning. He's pretty much ready for me to come spray next week, so we're going to work on that. I got to get a chemical list together for him so he can go get that stuff. He did tell me we had an unfortunate event. We kind of all go together and we plant a couple sunflower fields every year, just for our own enjoyment, for shooting doves. And I enjoy shooting them, but I enjoy being with my buddies more than I enjoy shooting the birds. But unfortunately, they went in and sprayed the post-emerge on the sunflowers and killed all of them. I mean, killed them all. So we don't know if it was a bad batch of seed, if our chemical load was too high in the soil, because we had such a dry spring and then a dry winter in spring. We don't know if maybe that chemical didn't dissolve or dissipate. So I don't know. It's frustrating. All the sunflowers have failed this year, and I don't know. Then I was talking to Keith about what we did with the brown top on the other place, and he said it'll probably get 6 inches tall and die. I said, well, ain't nothing to do but try it. So that's a little disappointing. But we're gonna make a corn crop now, because most of our corn has already gone to tassel. So this is perfectly well-timed rain for setting here. So I'm headed to the farm. Gonna walk birds with Christian this morning, just do some spot checks, help him cull some birds. And then him and I are probably gonna work on cleaning up the shed some more. Dad wanted to bale hay and wet wrap some hay, but I think it's gonna be too wet now, so this hay might not get baled. It might just lay there and rot. I don't know. That's kind of unfortunate, but that's the game we play. I'm not gonna complain about rain. I'll give up them 20, 30 bales of hay if it rains. So didn't video much yesterday. Really just spent a lot of time with Christian, him and I working together, trying to clean up a few things, organize, get shop nice, and just clean up junk from prior people being there. And so him and I worked on that. Got good teaching moments with him, helping him to just really understand our operation and what he needs to be taken care of on a daily basis, and kind of expanding his role a little bit. Christian cares tremendously about our chickens, so we got a little problem in house 4 right now. We got some birds dying. Sounds like they might have a touch of necrotic. Dad went and got some medicine yesterday to run through the medicators. Hopefully that'll slow it down a little bit until they recover. That house is already stressed a little bit because we had a couple cool cell issues. Those birds aren't fantastic to begin with. They are, of all 4 houses, they were probably the least good looking when they came off the truck. And you can see it correlates from the time you place them till that week 3, week 4. You can see that's the difference in your flocks. You pretty much know by week 3, week 4 what you're going to have in those houses. So we're going to spend a little time in there today, try to get it cleaned up a little bit more. I'll bring you along and just kind of show you what we're looking at. And it's going to be a good day. Might not do a whole lot outside because it's raining and it's going to be too wet to do anything, but I'm not going to complain about that one bit. Later this afternoon, I do got to go to Crouch's, get some feed for our cows and calves. So nice right now. We're only going through feed about every 45 days for super sack, where before we were like 20 days. So summertime's nice because we can spread that cost out a little bit farther. I really should even just stop feeding my cows altogether, but they like it, so we may cut them back a little bit more, just so they come up and get a little nibble every night. But they're all pretty much into their second trimester now, so we got to kind of watch how much feed they're getting. Don't want them babies to grow too fast. We're only like 3 months away from calving season. Dory and I were talking about that last night, and I said, boy, I just love that. Like that block of time from September to December, all good things happen. Dove season, deer season, calving season. The weather's nice. Well, most of the time it's nice. You get Indian summer when it's 100 degrees the end of September sometimes. But just love that block of time. Love chasing calves every day. It's like Christmas every day. You never know what presents you're gonna unwrap. So, and then after Christmas we put the bulls back in. So there's a chunk of time in there that's really exciting. Corn comes off, last cuttings of hay go on, wheat gets planted. Like that's a fun time of year. So looking forward to that. So we're just in here walking birds, checking overall health, picking up any mortality. I'm just checking behind Christian to make sure that feed lines are where they need to be, water lines are good. I got a motor that's bad in house 1, so we're gonna have to fix that once we get done walking birds. See that bird right there? He's not real good. See that little bird right there? He's not real good either. He doesn't fit the average of what the rest is in here. But that's just the game you play with chickens. They all average out eventually. We do our best to make sure all the birds stay healthy. We got medicators running right now for a little touch of a bug we got right now. Mortality hasn't been bad, but you can tell they're stressed. So, see, there's one there. Not great. Not great, but not too bad either. Overall, they're pretty healthy. Summertime's tough. Temperature fluctuations so much in the houses, and you can only pull so much air over them with the fans that are running. Like right now, it's not even 9 o'clock, and we're almost full tilt on all the fans. These really hot, humid days, it's just tough on chickens. It just stresses them. No matter what you do, even with the cool cells running, all the fans running the way that they're supposed to, pulling enough air, it's just stressful on anything, really, being in hot temperatures like that. But temperature in the houses right now is about 75 degrees, which is pretty comfortable. That old saying, too, birds of a feather flock together, is 100% true. You'll find that in chicken houses, your birds that are not real good, they're weaker, maybe smaller, maybe genetic defect, bad legs, twisted beak or something like that, they always end up clumping together. So if you find one like that, if you stand there long enough, you'll actually notice a lot more just like that. But these birds look pretty good. They're all pretty well proportionally sized. They're moving good. They're not overexcited. That means they're full, they're content, and they're getting enough air on them. And we're just watching birds drink water. See, there's the nipple bars there. Now they got to reach up just a little bit. That's what we want. We want them reaching up. That helps build the bottom end and their leg muscles. helps them to grow. Same thing with feed pans. We want them about breast height. So they got to reach up and in to get that. It also keeps them from kicking trash into the feeders and dirtying up the feed. So it's also a cleanliness practice. Well, Christian and I just got done walking houses. Well, mortality is actually pretty good. We did end up culling quite a few. House 4 is not very good. So took care of that, cleaned that up. Now we're going to work on this motor. We're gonna plug it back in. Hopefully it just overheated and let it cool off for a while. We'll let it re-engage and work, but we'll have to see how that goes. We may end up replacing that motor today. Christian broke the motor. Christian's fault. Say yeah. So this motor's overheating. So it looks like it's been replaced fairly recently, but it may be bad. So we're going to swap this motor and wire it up, and hopefully that'll fix our issue. Okay, good. First thing we got to do. Screws and stuff like that, hold on to that. You put it on the ground, chickens will grab it, they'll take it. Yeah, they'll take off with it. See? No good. Not grounded. Ah, okay. Yeah, it is. Oh, that wire that's right. See? It's that nonsense. I don't know, maybe. We're going to try rewire and see. Yeah. Maybe no, there was no wire nut. There was only one. This was long. That was loose. It was very. Getting too many wires. I know. No? What? Is there food? Maybe, yeah. You know, that's, That's it. All wired back together. 20-minute job. Come on, Tater. What's up, T-Pain? Come on, boys. Come get your food. Hi, Tater. Boy, I gotta get some fly spray on you guys this week after this rain. Boy, they're bad. Well, I'm tired. About 6:45. Just got home about a half hour ago. Jumped on the skid steer. Been trying to work on getting this pad right around the outbuildings here. So brought the skid steer home with me. Tried to do some of it with the tractor, and it just took forever. So I did more in the last 20 minutes with that skid steer than I did in 2 hours with my tractor. So all in all, pretty good day. We cleaned up houses a little bit, worked in there some, fixed that motor. Christian and I worked on cleaning up our shop a little bit more, getting some stuff organized. So that was pretty much the afternoon. Nothing too exciting. Got home, worked on skid steer for half hour, 20 minutes, or 20 minutes, half hour, and I'm calling it a day. So thanks y'all for hanging around and following along, and till next time, y'all take it easy.